Champions rise through pressure. Monks rise through presence. But the future belongs to those who can hold both. Train like a champion, think like a monk. Because discipline without awareness is blind. And awareness without discipline is wasted. The strongest people I've ever met don't just train their body, they train their mind. They train their soul. They train their silence. The world will tell you to outwork, outgrind, outdo, but the highest performers I know, they do something else. They out-align. They move with purpose. They rest with wisdom. They act with intention. Because they've realized success isn't about more. It's about mastery. Mastery of thought, mastery of breath, mastery of presence. There's a fighter I once knew. Physically, he was elite, agile, explosive, powerful. But every time he lost, it wasn't his strength, it was his mind. He'd spiral after one mistake. He'd carry yesterday's failure into today's match. Until one day, he trained differently. Not just reps and rounds. He added stillness, meditation, intention, mental breathwork. After every fight, win or lose, he'd return to the mat and sit and breathe. He became unshakable, not because his body changed, but because his awareness did. Now I know. You want to move fast, you want to make progress, you want to achieve. But ask yourself, do you want movement or do you want momentum? Because movement is busy, momentum is aligned, and alignment only comes from within. This is the warrior's path. This is what we call the awakened ascent. It's the moment you stop measuring success by what's external and begin measuring it by how present you remain under pressure. That's how champions are born and how monks are made. Champions move toward the fire. Monks sit in the flame. Champions execute. Monks observe. Champions rise through repetition. Monks rise through reflection. But the modern warrior becomes both. You become the one who can train relentlessly and still hear the whispers of your soul in silence. You become the one who can take the shot but doesn't miss the moment. You become the one who is both hungry and whole. You want to become unstoppable? Start here. Train your body like you mean it. Train your breath like it's sacred. Train your focus like it's your superpower. Train your silence like it's your sanctuary. Because when you combine motion with mindfulness, you unlock the zone, the flow state, the field where action becomes instinct and presence becomes performance. This is the Champion's Mind Monk's Heart Protocol. Here's a mantra I want you to breathe into your bones. I train in discipline. I dwell in silence. I act with presence. I move with purpose. Say it again. Louder, slower. Breathe it in. I train in discipline. I dwell in silence. I act with presence. I move with purpose. Let that become your compass. Let that become your edge. Because you don't need more noise. You need more clarity. You don't need more hustle. You need more honor. There's a universal principle that holds true across every path. The outer world reflects the inner world. So if your life feels chaotic, look within. If your performance feels scattered, look within. If your growth feels forced or unsustainable, look within. The monk teaches, silence creates space. Space reveals truth, and truth frees the mind. The champion teaches, consistency sharpens skill. Skill creates confidence. Confidence frees the body. When you merge the two, you unlock the warrior's calm. This isn't just about self-improvement, it's about self-honor. Because there is a version of you, already moving with mastery, already thinking with clarity, already living with alignment. They are not waiting for a better time, they're waiting for your decision. And when you choose to think like a monk, even while training like a champion, you become the embodied warrior of the future. So here's your challenge. This week, train, show up, push, sweat. But don't forget to sit, to breathe, to listen, to be still. 5 minutes of intention is worth more than 5 hours of noise. 1 breath of alignment is stronger than 10 steps in the wrong direction. You don't need more grind. You need more grace in your grind. Say this to yourself one more time. I train in discipline. I dwell in silence. I act with presence. I move with purpose. Let this mantra echo through your reps. Let it guide your recovery. Let it remind you who you really are, not just a body in motion, but a soul in command. You've been listening to episode 3, Train Like a Champion, Think Like a Monk from the Warrior's Stillness, Flow State Frequencies, The Hidden Shelves. If this spoke to you, drop a comment below and share. Where in your life do you need more stillness? Where are you overtraining the body, but undertraining the mind? You are no longer just a competitor. You are an awakened warrior, the kind that moves mountains in the morning and returns to stillness by night. Because discipline without awareness is incomplete, and awareness without action is unused power. Merge them, and you will become undeniable.